Hello, everyone, and welcome back to ExQueeriencePoints Starfinder, your favorite queer Starfinder podcast. If you love our show, we hope you'll rate and review us on iTunes or wherever you consume your podcasts. Every review brightens our day and helps new listeners to find us. We don't pay to advertise any of the podcasts on the Experience Points Network, so we hope you'll recommend us to your friends and just about anyone. If you'd like to support us, we hope you'll consider joining our Patreon. We would be lost without our patrons. You keep our mics on and our dice rolling. We've got some great rewards, so check them out at patreon.com/experiencepoints.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to our stream today. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Kenny. My pronouns are he, they, and I am your host and your game master, your narrator for today. And with me is this fabulous, wonderful cast. Elric, why don't you introduce yourself?
Very well. I'm Kelric, and my pronouns are he, him. I'm playing Thrani Ecos, and Thrani's pronouns are exactly the same. And Thrani's little companion, Shimsi, their squawks, is pronounced she, her.
Hi, I'm Steph. I am playing our Goran Solarian Navu Paleglade. My pronouns are she, her, and Navu's are she, they.
Hi, PB.
Hey, I'm PB, and today I'm going to be playing Yi, an Ahsoki operative spacefarer whose pronouns are she, her.
Yay! It's going to be a good day. Thanks, PB. And with us today is Ms. Mckenzie Wilkes. Hi, Mckenzie.
Hello. Am I allowed to say my character in there?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, go ahead.
My name is Mckenzie Wilkes. My pronouns are she, her, and I am playing Dr. Joe Pepper, a human icon envoy whose pronouns are also she, her.
Fantastic. And we will get to a full introduction of Dr. Joe Pepper very, very shortly. So who wants to take us through a retelling of what happened last time that we met? Elric has a nose. Mckenzie has a nose. PB has a nose. Oh, Steph. Hey, Steph.
I was like, I don't know.
That's fair, because the end of our last session hasn't gone up yet.
I have an out. I'd be like, I'd start making things up and then...
I mean, that would be kind of awesome, but...
I mean, it could become canon at that point, so that's good.
Yeah. We spent most of the episode in another fight with another group of assholes at a checkpoint.
Those group of assholes called the...
Sunrise Collective.
Perfect. Awesome.
And one of them was from the Brass Dragons.
Yes.
And there was a slight mob that we may or may not have enticed ourselves going into that.
They were pretty mobby beforehand.
They were mobby beforehand. We just kind of encouraged them. And yeah, I got to throw somebody off a bridge, and we dragged one of them with us back to Teresa's apartment.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I don't remember if we made it all the way there or just like across the bridge. And then Teresa dropped the bomb that Nib has been taken into custody by said space extremists. And yeah, that's why I kind of assumed we're going on jailbreak.
Yep. So currently y'all's party is inside Nib's apartment. Or no, in Teresa's apartment, my bad. And you have a moment to sit and rest and contemplate life's choices. If you choose to do so.
I think we did a lot of that last time. I know that Thrani is feeling a little overwhelmed, especially with the loss of Major Tom. And not sure what is going to happen next. So they're very hesitant about our next steps.
Yeah. So yeah, you're coming up against the Sunrise Collective, who are a bunch of jerks. And they have a paramilitary group with them of Freets called the Brass Dragons, who somehow decided that, this is a cool thing to try to support. Let's do that. So they're there as well. You all made it all the way through the small bubble of Asana Town to Teresa's apartment. Either avoiding fights or joining fights or talking your way through things. And you are here after, let's say, it probably took about 2 hours to get from where you were to here. So 2 hours over about 3 episodes. Awesome. I think that's how that works. So you go ahead.
The other thing I wanted to say is a big reason that Thrani is going to be so reticent at this point is because Shimsy got hurt pretty badly.
Right.
And I've been able to heal them, but I do not like seeing Shimsy hurt at all. She's probably one of my best friends. So it's a big deal.
Yeah, so how are you taking care of Shimsy?
I used one of my healing hypo thingies and got their hit points back, and then she and I are just kind of cuddled up on one of the couches. I'm just checking on her and reassuring her, like you would your favorite pet who can trick people into dropping their guns and giving them to you. So,
so
she's the best.
As you are giving Shimsy some rest and some comfort, what is Navu doing?
Navu is talking a little bit more with Therese, I feel like, trying to get some more information.
So I think Therese, when this happens, is a little bit shook. She has the data pad, she's looking at it, she's kind of fiercely tapping into different databases and the infosphere for the area, trying to find messages, trying to get into things. Well, she said she would be here, but she's not here. I don't know what to do.
Well, how do you know that she's been taken?
She was able to send out one last message. Don't know that. I just don't know where they're going.
Okay. Well, we can find out, or I hate to say this, one of us could get captured ourselves.
That doesn't sound like it would be a good option. We should stick together, I think.
I agree. But is there any geo-tracking on the message?
Oh, that's a good thought. And at this point, Therese will start kind of looking at the data pad some more and tapping. While she's doing this, you hear a knocking on the apartment door.
Is it a knocking on the door?
Jesus.
What does everyone do?
Yi immediately pulls one of her guns and goes and holds an angle on the door, allowing someone else to open it.
Oh yeah, and Yi and I have worked
together
in this way before, so I immediately stow Shimsy in her carrier and ready a spell to daze whoever comes in. I'm not willing to deal with a whole lot of this. But then I look to see who has the captain's post-it, and it's not me. So looking
it's
around.
Yi. Can't see it anymore? cloaking field.
Being the charismatic one apparently in the group for the moment.
Oh, if you're going to be charismatic, I will, if I see you getting ready to put on your show, charming veneer, and then ready my day spell.
Therese at the knocking on the door is like, there shouldn't be any problems. I mean, she kind of looks at herself. For better or worse, I am Lashunta.
I was just going to suggest it is your apartment. Maybe you should answer, but we do have your back if necessary.
Okay. I appreciate that. And I imagine that there's another knock at the door. At that, Therese kind of holds the data pad against her chest, and she walks towards the door with as much confidence as one can muster in this sort of atmosphere. And she looks at the comms on the door. When she looks at the comm screen, what does she see, Mckenzie?
Excuse the banging in the back. But yeah, she sees a kind of lanky human woman who's like leaning against the door frame, kind of like this, like, and she has sort of like swept to the side, like dark maroon hair and these like big kind of round black rimmed glasses and a toothpick in her mouth, and she's sort of wearing comfortable traveling clothes, like, but sort of a like sort of like black and red and brown sort of colored ensemble with like boots, heavy boots, and it's armored, and but she also has like a white lab coat over top of it, and she's just sort of leaning against the door frame and looking around.
Hello?
Hello?
Who are you? Why are you here?
I'm Joe, looking for Nib.
And at that, like, Therese kind of startles back, and then you hear like a couple of clicks of the locks as she unlocks the door, and it slides open. Why are you looking for Nib?
I kind of like flipped the toothpick out of my mouth. I'm like, she told me to meet her here. You're not Nib. Who am I supposed to meet here? I'm really bad at names. Somebody else here.
This is my apartment.
Who are you?
Therese?
Oh, yeah, you're the other one. Hi. I'm Dr. Joe.
The other one?
Kenny, was I supposed to be introduced to Therese, right?
Yeah, so Nib said for you to meet her here. Whether or not Nib told you about Therese, that's up to you.
Okay. I thought you were like, come here to meet somebody.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Like, we're totally having a party, so can you come inside?
Oh, I love a party. Only if I'm allowed.
And given Thrawny saying something, Therese kind of backs up, shakes off, yeah, please come in. Just come in.
Is Nib here, or where is she?
She is not here. And as soon as if you step in, she'll close the door immediately.
That's rather the problem.
Oh, I'm not normally the punctual one.
If you look around, you're gonna see that, like, if you know anything about magic, I have a spell ready. Like, it's like,
I don't know shit about magic. I'm like, that guy looks weird. Cool.
Well, I don't know if you've seen Mini Patra either. I'm a giant cat person. That's like, hey, yeah.
Yeah, and for the record, Nabu is a tree it's a plant being, so a little bit like a Groot.
You guys are a wild crowd going on in here.
Right. So it looks like Nib was captured.
That's not what I was expecting. How? Why? What?
Have you been outside?
Oh yeah, those guys.
Those guys that are hassling people and inciting riots and shooting into crowds?
Yeah,
And
they're doing a lot of bad stuff.
Rounding up anyone who is not Lashuntan or Ifrit?
Yeah.
Like Nib?
You got the brains here, I can tell.
I look over where Yi is supposed to be.
Because
And I don't-
she's still cloaked!
And I like, she's real like cavalier about this stuff, Yi. Maybe you can help.
Help. I still don't trust this human. Oh, you're actually human. I just usually say that. Then I don't trust this person.
It's just a Yosoki saying. I don't
It's
trust
just
this human.
okay saying. It's like, oh, humans. Oh, you should have listened to Major Tom every time I called them a human. So I don't move, but I do deactivate the cloaking field, and I do lower my gun, and so it's not pointing directly at your chest. So it's like this more comforting, considering if you look hard enough, when you turn around, you'll see a lot of guns in and around my person. So why were you meeting Nib here? Whoever you are.
You know, how do I not know you people with all the guns are not the ones that took Nib?
Why would we stay here?
Like,
Be gone.
You got the brains too, I can tell.
we'd be like outside with the rest of the jerks.
That'd be a bad time.
I mean, I suppose we could be setting a trap for you. Who are you? Like, what?
I am. Oh wow, you don't. Oh wow, I'm not used to people not knowing who I am. Hi, Dr. Joe Pepper. Nice to meet you.
What do you? Okay.
Question. With the scientist in the room.
Oh, good.
Would Navu have heard of her? I hate to say there's a roll for that, but
yeah, no, go ahead and roll. Roll a culture check.
Yeah, not science, culture.
Well, yes, but I hear doctor and I go...
Doctor?
Doctor?
My very realistic doctor.
You have absolutely never heard of Dr. Joe Pepper.
With a 7.
Ronnie?
Damn.
You may have seen ads for Dr. Joe Pepper.
No way.
See, now this is what I'm used to.
And ye no idea who Dr. Joe Pepper is.
You said ads.
Blank face.
Suddenly clicking into place why Navu would have no idea.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, okay, so.
Does she play a doctor on TV?
Okay, so
kind of.
So what kind of ads would Dr. Joe Pepper have done? Like where would Dr. Joe have popped up?
They would be sort of like motivational speaker, like only you can improve your life, but I'm gonna tell you how. Like that kind of doctor. Like yeah, like so the ads are like and like it's like trust me, I'm a doctor. Like she's kind of like in our world would be like a Dr. Philly kind of doctor, I think. Her doctorate is more about fame and it's more like therapy, I guess, and like and self-help and things like that. So probably like an ad of advertising. Just I imagine her maybe having like a Dr. Phil type TV show, but like I don't want to get too crazy.
Okay, so Thrani you're gonna start talking, and Thrani's gonna be like, wait, yeah, I run your ads on my blog. Like Dr. Jabber. Like that's super cool. Yeah, I get lots of like pass-throughs to you. It's super cool.
Well, thank you for your help.
Yeah, no, thank you. It's great.
So I get this veneer of who you are. Why are you here?
Bold to say. I'm here to see Nib.
Maybe I don't understand. Why?
Well, we're friends. And she told me to come here. Thought it was strange. It's not our usual place we meet up when I'm visiting, but I said okay. And apparently she's not here. And this is your house, and so now it's very confusing.
Yeah, it is very confusing. How do you know Nick?
Oh, we used to date a while back.
What?
Yeah.
She would do this. This is Nib all over. You're not even a scientist. I don't even know. Okay, fine.
I'm a doctor. That doesn't say I'm a scientist.
Right. Okay.
Why are you suddenly so edgy with me? Who are you? I don't even know who you are.
It doesn't matter.
Do you need help?
Don't worry about it.
He is
she's
in the corner trying not to laugh. Actually, that's a lie. He is laughing. He's not trying not to laugh. He's just letting
He's
it
trying
happen.
not to be intrusive while laughing.
Yeah, just like trying to keep it down because I want it to keep going. I'm like, and I'll look over to Nabu, or I'll say in the comms, like, maybe Joe does play a doctor on TV. Like one of those shows that Major Tom used to watch.
Nice. I'm gonna pull out one of the cards from my deck, and it's gonna be like the Two of Cups. I'm like, yeah, like, see, both of you are like lovers who took different paths with this person. It's
Whoa, what?
What?
Therese was Nib's wife.
Wife! Whoa! Wowie! Zowie! When was that?
Several years ago.
Okay.
We stay in touch. But obviously...
Same with us? Okay.
Yeah.
I call BS on that one.
Sure. So, okay. Quick backstory, Nib and Tress. So, yeah, Tress, scientist studying the sun, and there's this thing called the Far Portal, where it's a portal that was orbiting the backside of the sun in a continuous geosynchronous is what I'm thinking of. So it never really moves from the same spot. And they've sent in tons of different things, different crafts to explore it. None have ever come out. Nib, however, studies the more esoteric theories of people who live inside the sun and who were the ones to originate the Burning Archipelago, which are the bubbles cities that you are now visiting right now. But everyone kind of thinks that's a myth or some sort of eye in the sky out there sort of woo-woo thing. And Nib and Tress had a falling out over whether or not that is real scientific inquiry. And so they kind of split based on that, because Tress was taking her career path seriously and Nib was taking her career path seriously. And so, yeah, they both kind of split off. And when everything happened with Far Portal, the space whale coming out, chasing the breath of embers, and then the Far Portal sinking below the surface of the sun, and the giant psychic blast emanating from the sun, affecting everyone who's psychically sensitive, Therese was like, oh, maybe Nib was right. And so that is why Therese has brought the party here to bring the information that they have found from Far Portal Station. But yeah, so yeah, Therese and Nib, they were wives, but then they got divorced because of how do you say that?
Irreconcilable differences.
Yes.
We're all gonna try and say, we're like, I can hear it in my head, and we're all gonna say it wrong.
But it's clear from Therese's I'm not going to say aggression, abrasiveness. Yes. That she may still have a couple of feels.
Me and
couple?
aren't together anymore.
Yeah, it would be a single feel now.
Aww.
I have kids. Dad jokes are what I do.
Tress is like, right, it's her life. She doesn't have to tell me everything. It's fine.
I mean, it'd be weird to tell your ex-wife about sleeping with somebody else. That's just common sense.
Yeah, it would be weird.
But we're not together, we're just friends.
Awesome.
Navu's going to put their hand on Teresa's shoulder, having still been like standing next to her. When did Nib get in contact with you? Was it before the uprising? Or before the portal shot into the sun?
And the more important question, I think, for all involved is why would she call you in? Is it just because you're human and right now all the baddies are outside trying to kill us all? Your accent is, hold on, Brooklyn accent.
I mean, it was either Brooklyn or you went with your Eastern European post Major Tom morning.
Exactly.
My
We're just
Major
like
Tom PTSD. Like, here's the thing. I want us all to know. Are you like, why did she want you here? Was she just trying to protect you from all of the stuff outside, or?
I mean, she didn't give me specifics, but now I know she invited me to her ex-wife's house, which feels weird.
It does. But you're here now, so there's that.
Yeah, I mean, I want to help find her. If she's missing, you think she was kidnapped?
She was
That sounds a little crazy.
not kidnapped. She was captured.
Potato.
Okay, so we need to find out where Nib is, since we're all interested in retrieving Nib.
Is
you
holding the
purely
sword
as
I gave
friends?
Okay, one at a time.
Fine. Half the group started talking at once.
Is Tress still holding the sword I gave her earlier as she's having this conversation? Just out of curiosity. I think just the dynamic a little bit.
It might be on, like, she has...
I imagined it's like awkwardly like propped on the floor against a table.
Yeah, like tipped down into the wood grain of the floor, yeah.
Okay, just checking.
Navu is going to pick it up and add it to Navu's arsenal. For Mckenzie and any new listeners, Navu has a maul as well as a sword, several hammers, and a buttload of grenades.
Like,
I have like a gun.
that was actually literally gonna be my question. I was like, do you even like have weapons, Doctor?
Oh yeah, sure. And she pulls open her her lab coat a little bit, and it has like sort of like a bandolier of like grenades, and like a small sort of like silver blue looking gun. And she's like, you can't walk around without something these days. Crazy world we live in. Am I right?
I have this image now of your lab coat being cut like a duster. So like,
absolutely. I'm imagining like a duster for sure.
That is awesome.
She's a doctor, but cool. And not actually a doctor. Like, I bet she's the kind of person, like, if you look hard enough, I bet her glasses like don't have lenses in them. Like,
I picture like every sort of appearance or commercial that Dr. Joe Pepper has is Dr. Joe Pepper, not a doctor.
Not actually a MD. PhD.
Not a real doctor. Well, so you got a gun. Anybody could shoot a gun. What else can you do, Doc?
I mean, I'm really charming. Don't know if you've noticed.
It's obvious that you can talk.
That's mostly how I get around. That's how I got here by myself. I will.
Oh, that's fair.
I immediately step up next to you, and I'm like, I like this one because we shoot first and talk later. Maybe.
Ad revenue? Oh.
Uh,
Also that, I guess.
I look down at you and I'm like, that's a given. And I cast Charming Veneer on Dr. JP. Charming Veneer gives you a +1 to any charisma-based interaction roll. So it's pretty nice.
You guess that on me?
Yes. So for the next 10 minutes, anything where you're trying to charm someone and you have to do a roll, you get a +1.
As you all start kind of
That's all my
chatting
stuff.
with Dr. Joe and fawning a bit, it seems, to Therese, she like kind of goes into her tablet and just starts tapping and would she? And like just starts muttering to herself.
Therese,
Yes,
the geo-tracking?
I'm on it. Thank you.
All right.
Um,
I understand this is probably quite a shock, but if we're going to find her, we rather need that.
Like, you don't meet an XSX all the time.
So Therese,
Navu wouldn't know. Navu has no X's.
only ex-lab partners.
Yes.
Co-authors on papers. Really.
Uncredited co-authors.
Yes.
Yeah, so Tress looks up from her datapad. It's all over the info smear. They're taking people to... Sorry, actually, yeah, I'm having... Oh, wait. Checkpoint Labu.
Do you like have a secret tunnel out of your house to this place?
She looks around the apartment, and you see, like, regular furniture, like, faux granite, metallic countertops, and, like, decked out with what looks like, you know, the top-of-the-line IKEA furniture. And she's like, hidden passageways. No.
How far is it from here?
That's a good GM question. Hold on one moment.
I'm asking all the tough ones, Kenny.
Yeah, I know. This is a...
Just look, let me flip the switch that says GM. Ah, yes.
While I pull up my map.
So, yeah, that like runny, dashy, cool thing you did earlier. How often can you like do that? Is it part of your bubble sphere? What?
What, just running fast?
Like super fast? Like I've never seen you move like that before.
I just, usually I don't have to run anywhere. I can do that always.
Can you carry me while you do it?
I cannot carry you. Not because I'm not that fast, but because I'm not that strong.
Okay, just asking questions, because like it would be super, super cool if you could run that fast and I could sling spells. Be like, pwah, pwah.
I would say that would be dope. But I'm pretty sure if you tried to jump in my arms or on my back, you would just squish me. So, maybe in a couple of years I could pump that iron. I don't know.
So Tress looks up and says, it's back over the bridge and about 20-minute walk away.
So I'm hearing what we did was go the wrong direction.
What you're hearing is that Nib is not here, and then we need to go save her.
back where we came from.
No.
Opposite direction.
It's not back where we came from. It's actually further into the city.
Okay. That makes me feel a little better.
Are you going
I
to
don't
come
really
with
think it
us?
should.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
Are you going to come with us?
Well, of course. I assume you need my help.
Therese?
Oh, of course.
I think
Well, the
everyone
question
cocks
was
their head.
to the question was to both of you.
Oh, well, I don't want to go if it'll make you uncomfortable or, be weird for you. But we can also talk through those feelings if you'd like.
I'm totally comfortable with you, coming with us. Awesome.
Therese clears her throat. Of course I'm going to come with. And there are no feelings to talk through.
Shit.
I don't think that's honest. And
I was about to say, I feel like I could be like, can I roll? But I.
You can absolutely
Yeah.
roll if you want. Sense motive.
So yeah, I mean, I get a extra D6 with that. I think
You
as
do.
well, don't I? Ooh, I should roll just to say I rolled. Except for my computer won't let me.
Oh no.
are you clicking on skills and then sense motive? I'm just checking whether it's your computer.
I am indeed. It's only letting me move my skills around. Oh wait, Oh, that's bad.
And then roll a d6.
Yeah.
I get an extra D6, yeah.
Yep.
Hey.
Oh,
Hey.
With your 15, there's plenty to try to work through.
We'll be able to talk. Don't worry.
Are you all rested
I
up?
should just like a wink and a. I feel great.
Yeah, I was gonna ask from a technical standpoint. Has it been 10 minutes? Could I burn an RP and get my stamina back?
Yeah, you can absolutely do that. It's been definitely 10 minutes if you are concertedly resting.
Okay.
We also chilled on
I have
that
a
like
thing I
couch.
could believe.
Yeah.
Oh, Never mind. I can't do it yet. I do for future rests. I can help you all with stuff,
Awesome.
but I can't with
Heck
this one
yeah.
because I didn't rest. I assume I came rested.
Yeah, you did. You are.
Okay.
You just sauntered up.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, I have a feat that when I take a rest, I can help you all. But I feel great, so I'm fine.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm pretty all right myself.
Oh yeah.
Haven't really done much today.
It's just the tank who went
I'm
through
just
all
gonna-
of her stamina points.
I'm just
I
gonna
did my
reload
best to
all my
help.
guns.
You did, and I appreciate that, but I want you to save at least 1 RP because that's what you need to live.
Oh yes. I'm working on that.
Make sure everyone
Makes
is.
you feel better. I went through a lot of bullets.
But not all of the guns.
Not all of the guns. Not nearly all the guns. Not even all the bullets either.
Yeah, we got a lot of bullets.
It's actually kind of ridiculous looking at your group inventory. All right.
Oh yeah, there are many things there.
Oh,
There's
My
an
inventory
entire
also has
ships.
a lot of.
well, Doc, what kind of armor can you wear? Can you...
Well, right now I'm. I can wear light armor. What I'm wearing right now.
Oh, we have a bunch of this, and I just start pulling out these Iridishell armor things we have. We have these heavy armors that we're just carrying around, or just we have this and this, and
I have like a wagon behind us at this point.
pretty much.
All the stuff we're carrying.
Yeah, she
Does-
kind of opens up her coat and you see this. It's sort of it's like you realize on the inside of the lab coat duster thing there is some sort of armored looking pieces inside the coat even, as well as sort of her top is kind of a button uppy, but you can tell it kind of has a breastplate underneath. She has some heavy gloves and maroon boots. She looks pretty well armored,
Kitted
Cool.
out.
freebooter way, if you will.
Well, I guess if you're gonna be hanging with us,
That's a good thing.
here you should have the things that you need. And I'm just going to open a bag and I'm going to show you, and it's gonna be full of guns. If you would like a gun. We have auto rifles, we have frags, we have hunting rifles, we have laser pistols, we have long swords, we have I believe we
Show her the tactical baton. That thing's cool.
oh, the tactical baton, we have one of those too. I take it out.
Oh wow! I like to stay more far away, but that's very fun.
Yeah, that's a move.
I like smaller guns. I like more petite situations.
More of an
Let's see, well,
accessory.
we
Totally
have
get
3
that.
laser pistols. I just start like laying it out on like the coffee table in the middle. I'm like, okay, well, we got some laser pistols here. We got some small arm.
Are you all
rounds.
arms dealers? Is that what you do?
God,
Oh,
that
like,
would be
no.
the dream. That's what I should have done. Oh, I really took a left turn on that one.
Yeah. Like,
Or-
we all
I mean,
know
I
you
would-
don't want to
yeah,
give any
I
of these
haven't-
away. We know that. Come on.
But I don't need 4 laser pistols. Other
I
people can
record
have
that
them.
statement.
Other people can have them if they need it.
I mean, yeah, I'll take a laser. I have a subduer right now, but yeah, I'll take a pistol. Why not?
All right, and I'll be like, okay, so just a basic way you take care of it, and I like take it apart really quickly. And I'm like, these are the parts, and then I put it back together really quickly, and I'm like,
Okay,
shh,
well.
and then there you go. Make her sign for it.
All
And,
right. Well, and I kind of like hold it like this, and I put it down the side, my belt.
Like, we'll want that back later, so don't lose it.
Okay, yeah, you're can do.
All right. Well, with that, no armor, no. All right. Do you need meds? Are you good on meds?
I probably could use some. I have I have a couple serums, but that's all I have.
go
But
back and
I'll
take
be okay.
some.
You don't know me. It's fine. You can get.
Well, I mean, at this point, I gotta know you if we're gonna go into basically war together. Here are some serums or healing, med kits, some med patches.
Oh,
What would you what would you like? One of each? Would you like all of them? One of them?
you're very generous for an arms dealer.
Not an arms dealer.
We're not arms dealers.
We worked hard on this.
Like, no.
I mean, speaking out of character, I assume I know what a serum does. I don't really know what I don't really know what these things
I'm pretty
do.
sure they all just kind of heal you in some way. I can't tell you what they do. I just assume they make me feel better when bad things happen.
If you click on the golem and then the other tab will tell you everything they do. And most of them just help you either with healing or with doing a healing check on someone else. So they give you a boost to your healing check. So they're really good for if our tank were to fall, all of us should have a med patch so that we can come up and get our tank back up on her feet and let her kill people, because that's what she does. So I think we really need to get going, but one thing is, as we're walking, Navu,
I give you one of each.
can you talk about tactics with Dr. JP? Because we know how to work together, and I don't want her getting shot in the back with a gun or my magic.
You would never do that. She's too good a shot.
True. I only shoot things I want to shoot.
Okay.
He's the only one who will be behind us.
Are we shooting each other? What's going on?
No, we
So-
just have some unorthodox strategies when we're going up against some, bad guys or people trying to hurt us.
Yeah, like, so whatever you do, don't go to the right. I go to the right. If I go to the right,
Okay.
if you go to the right,
All right.
I might accidentally hit you with a spell. So just don't go to the right.
Why do you go to the right? Is there something that draws you to the right more than the
Oh,
left?
absolutely, because it's never wrong.
Don't get into the conversation. I tried once. I just go to the left. I don't even. I just let it go.
We'll unpack this. And she pulls out another toothpick and like puts it in her mouth. We'll unpack it. One day. We gotta go do important things.
And so, like, while you all were chatting and talking about armaments, if you notice or not, Tress went into her bedroom, and you heard lots of rummaging around. There's a bag that was put onto a bed, and like stuff is being chucked into it. And then you hear a zip, like a very final sort of sounding zip. The bag is hefted over her shoulder, and she comes out. Are y'all ready?
Born ready.
I look around and I'm like, does she have the captain's badge? I'm always looking for whoever has the captain's badge. I'm
He
totally
still
cool
has
with
it.
whatever. I'm just checking.
Well, I guess. Where are we heading? What is the place we're going
Okay,
to?
so
What is it called again?
it's Checkpoint Labu.
Labu.
Laubu. Why don't y'all want to like research it on the infosphere? Do you want to do culture checks to see if you've heard of it? What do you want to do?
Oh, I'll culture that.
Yeah, I'll culture it.
Can I
I'll let-
acrobatics that?
You cannot acrobatics it.
I'm a culture girl myself.
Can I pilot that?
You cannot pilot that.
Oh.
Are you sure?
I got a 13. Apparently, Nabu may know.
That's one of my best skills.
Yeah, one's happened.
Wow. Nat one. Awesome.
All right.
Get him out now. Get him out
Yeah.
now.
Ooh.
I got a 15.
Okay, so with
the
the
highest roll.
13 and the 15, you all know that the checkpoint used to be a local police station, where that it's kind of in the center of Asana Town. So there are multiple ways of getting there. You know that the most direct way is probably filled with all the checkpoints and things like that. So you'd probably have to, if you wanted to be stealthy, go around.
You had me at police station. Yee.
Yes.
It's,
Yes.
I like do that cat like super smooth motion thing where you just go boneless and I like kneel next to Yee and I look you right in the eye and I'm like, it's a police station. Oh my God, they're gonna have everything. So so much armor.
Normally, I'd be very excited about this. Very excited.
Ronnie's excited about the armor, but not the drugs.
Oh no, I'm selling this to Yee. I'm totally about the drugs.
I am
to join me with that.
I'm excited about the guns. However, I'm a little less excited that we're in the middle of like a almost war zone. So I'm assuming all those guns are on people in and around that place. So that makes me a little less excited. For us as a whole, I have no problem gunning each and every one of them down to get the things I want.
Okay.
But
so okay.
When did you start that? Was that childhood or?
It's like, no, actually, I joined my first ship, and then that's when I saw like my first like real gun, and got to learn to shoot it and stuff like that. Like, great story. Oh, you'd love my captain in that first ship. Great guy.
Yee.
Oh, I cannot wait to unpack this. We'll unpack it.
Yee guns. So here's the idea. We get there.
Mm-hmm.
Navu creates a distraction. Something to do with grenades, I would guess. They take the stuff they're wearing out, and we go in and get the drugs. I mean, the guns. And
You mean the people?
The person that we're trying to get, you know,
I was
nipped.
I was getting there.
Okay.
Third on my list.
Oh, you know, we gotta. There are many rooms inside of police stations. I don't know how often you've been in there. I looked directly at Navu. Don't know how often, if ever, you've been there, but there are many rooms inside a police station. And you know, it's just you have to pass by, especially if we're going in through the back. You have to pass by just the confiscation armament areas. You know.
Like they may have grenades. We don't want to leave those behind. They could throw innocent people.
And we could throw them and help people escape. You know, like
we could open a new door with a grenade. It'd be
you know
the options.
I can open a new door with a black hole.
Yeah,
but we
more
can't.
grenades to blow a hole. Yeah, you're right. We should.
Yeah, I mean, Shimsi's always wanted to be an architect, right? Right?
Yeah. Would you deny Shimsi anything? And I pull Shimsi out of the crate into my arms, and I'm just like, look at this face. How could you say no? And Shimsi just does that whole like big-eyed blinking look. It's just like blink, blink.
What is Shimsi?
What kind of creature is Shimsi akin to? Yeah.
A fennec fox.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like big ears.
She's adorbs.
Let me see if I can find
She steals things.
Yeah.
She's amazing.
I didn't say it was a bad plan. I just wanted to ensure that our priority is helping these people and not just acquiring more weapons for Ye's personal armory or your personal dispensaries.
I am deeply offended. How long have we been together?
Long enough for me to ask that question.
Are you wearing the captain's badge right now?
No. Oh.
That is hurtful. What?
He's in the background just like
we do not have a formal structure.
You don't have a you do have a captain or you don't have a captain?
We switch the responsibility.
We are all the captains of the ship. You know, we all have our own strengths. And when we think somebody is in the place where their strengths are better, they're the captain.
Best suited for the job. Navu is
a singular captain.
What to do when we have to use these guns. And we need to get punched in the face with a maul. Navu is awesome at throwing grenades. Like captain material. It's perfect. Tress can get it, except Tress is really more of a navigator. And, you know.
So what I'm hearing is all of you are scared of the commitment of actual power for long periods of time. You're not willing to hold on to positions of leadership, not for long. You have to relinquish it to your other crewmates.
Yeah,
no, are you all afraid of that?
It's a stressful job. Everybody needs some time to like chill, you know, get their zen back. Thrawny's, you know, real big on that, making sure we all have our time. And we decided, you know, instead of being captain and being interrupted during that time, we just pass it on.
We like to have this fluid
I see.
Of leadership so that nobody feels overly controlled, and we all have a sense of personal freedom. And it's extremely trusting. Like Navu and I may have these disagreements over, you know, whether my ethics are in alignment with theirs, but that's all done with love. I love Navu, and I would do anything to protect her. And she would do the same. Our crew is like really awesome. So, and ultimate responsibility is with every individual. I think this is a very cool way of handling.
Very modern,
very
you know?
New age. Yeah, very modern, I see.
We are very much a family.
who need to go to a police station, like now.
Yes.
And get armories and stuff like that. Well, let's see. I can. Are you stealthy, Doctor Joe Pepper? Pepper? Joe?
Not at all. I'm very loud, actually.
Okay, so real talk, because I like this idea of Navoo being the distraction. Are we actually committing to this plan? Because Navoo will totally go and glitter bomb at the front of this station while you guys stealth your way in the back and then throw a smoke grenade and run around to meet you.
Yeah, or even if you just do it on the side, so we can walk in through the front door once they all run out like an anthill. We just like stealth, just waltz on in. They're all out the side. Wherever you think is best, we're in.
I just figured the front door because you want them. You know what I mean? It's like any of the things you're trying to get to are probably in the back.
Oh, right. That's where they do that.
So getting in through the back door would probably be your best shot. And then ye can also stealth snipe out anyone who's guarding the back door while they're all running out front.
Like, see, Dr.
Oh God, I may need to bring in my backup character. Let's hope not.
Like, this is why Navu gets to be captain when we do these things. So, shall we?
So,
is someone going to be like trying to find a schematic of the place?
I am.
Okay, so roll computers.
I'm not. I give it over. You know, with that responsibility, I'm like, I go to the computer and I'm like, you know what? Not my strong suit. And I go and I'm like, Navu, that one's on you. I was going to use the computer, but then I realized that you're better at Googling than I am. I get a little bit distracted with the ads. I get a lot of gun ads.
Is Dr. JP someone who can maybe help with this? I don't know. How are you with computers?
I'm okay with computers, actually.
Oh, well, like, here, let me like turn that on for you. I got a 13, so you get a +2 to your computer's roll because I am assisting you.
Oh, am I doing it or is Navu doing it?
Oh, I don't know. Who has the best one?
I've got a +6.
Meta. I have a +5.
Meta.
So.
Okay.
You beat me by 1.
By 1. I'll do it. Just one moment.
It's like, it's on and primed.
No, I got a 2.
Wow.
That was an 8 total.
Well, it's a 10.
Fantasy
You +2.
You know, it's
I assume
rolled over 10 last time.
Behind you and be like, let me try. I can.
You know what the problem is? They're trying to look it up, but the Sunrise Collective is like buckling down on the Invosmere as they're realizing people are using it, and then never mind.
Right, so with that, you all definitely get the schematics for checkpoint.
It only took 3 rolls.
I've been here before, it's fine.
So you're looking at, they have erected a fence around the checkpoint. And it looks like it's they're forcing all traffic from the neighborhood to pass through the gate. It is possible to take the long way around to the backside.
I start playing cups. I got my ticket for the long way around.
How tall have these fences been as we've passed through checkpoints?
The ones in the streets that you've had are just like, barricades, improvised sort of areas, so nothing too tremendous. These gates are very tall. They're 8-foot tall gates with razor wire.
Question.
Yes.
So looking at this, I see the gate, and I see all of these. They look like, I don't know if they're cameras or lasers or what on these corners. What are those things? Are those cameras?
When you get in closer, you can do some perception.
Okay. Because, like, if those are, like, cameras, then we can take those out. And that looks like a bathroom. And if that's a bathroom, that is not going to be heavily guarded. And I think Navu can totally like black hole her way into a banyo.
I don't know, the use of the word, I thought I was muted and now I realize I wasn't. The use of the word banyo is really good for me.
I'm a travel blogger. I learn a lot of things.
Oh my gosh.
So, with this relevation and this plotting, I think is a good time to take a quick break. My name is Kenny. You can find me on Twitter at PunderDrone. I play here on the Experience Points channel, and I am also in a podcast called Human Era, which is narrated by Kelrick. And that releases every other Friday on our podcast channel. If you follow us on at EQ Points on Twitter, you'll find out more information regularly. Kelrick, why don't you go next?
Hello, I'm Kelrick, and of course, I play here. I actually love this game and everyone in it. It's so much fun. It's so great how creative everyone is. I also, as Kenny said, narrate Human Era, where I am constantly feeling unprepared, but love it because everyone is, again, awesome. And I'm doing another game called Pig Smoke, which is... it just lets me be mean. It's amazing. I get to play this really mean illusion professor who just doesn't care about anything. And I play with a bunch of people who are just so disparate in personalities. It's really fun on Monday nights at 8 p.m. Pacific, and that's on the Beholder's Eye channel. And other than that, you can find me on Twitch on Twitch every once in a while playing Dragon Age Inquisition, or you can find me on Twitter at Cormallon, that's CORMALLON, or I also monitor the at EQ Points Twitter account. And that's pretty much me.
Thanks, Kel. Steph, where can we find you?
Hi, I'm Steph. You can find me on Twitter at Steph_Bard. This is pretty much all I do every other Saturday. I do occasionally make a few podcast appearances. So I did an episode of What's Up at the Moment. Please check them out. We talked about Repo the Genetic Opera, and it was a lot of fun. But otherwise, you'll catch me there screaming feels about various tabletop RPG podcasts and occasionally streams.
Awesome. Thanks, Steph. PB, where can we find you?
Hi, you can find me at PB Plays Inside over on Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram. I do variety gaming over on my channel, and also we are participating in Inktober this year. So over on Instagram, you can see me post things like that, small little snippets of a practice for fantasy map making. And you can find me also on Fridays, every other Friday. Coincidentally, it coincides with every Friday I do this show. You can find me over on the Wandering DMs channel playing some Castle Falkenstein. Our next episode is our finale. I'm in that game with Kenny, who plays a great gunslinger, and I am very excited to see how that finale goes, because a lot of things have happened. There's a lot of pieces moving, and I'm really excited to see how it all works out, how the story works out. But aside from that, follow me on Twitter to just be asked random questions that I just kind of want to know the answer to, and my thoughts on who knows what was going on that week. But you can hear those two over on PB Plays Inside.
Thanks, PB. And last but certainly not least, Mckenzie.
Yeah, I am on Twitter at Mckenzie Wilkes, which is just my name. When I'm not doing this now, I am on Rise of the Demigods, or also known as kind of Demigods Fall on Twitter. We are on a bit of a hiatus right now, but on Wednesdays, we're kind of just doing like Jackbox games and hanging out while we get our editing rig back. But all of our other episodes are always available. I also am in a podcast called Dungeons, Dice, and Everything Nice. which is a super fun, femme, queer, weird comedy podcast where we play D&D. So that's fun. That's my cat meowing at me. I don't. What else do I do? That's mostly it. I post everything else that I do on Twitter as well. So
fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us. It was loads of fun. I cannot wait to find out what happens in the rest of the story. I did not expect it to go this way. It was so much fun. Thank you again so much for joining us. We'll be coming back to resolve this whole situation in 2 weeks. Thank you again, and we will catch you next time. Bye.
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 Thank you for listening to ExQueeriencePoints Starfinder. If you're looking for more TTRPG podcasts in your life, we recommend checking out our sister podcast, Roll to Fail. There are 6 friends who have no business behind the mic or rolling dice. If you like what we've created, then you should check out the other 2 podcasts on our network. Cumanera, an adventure utilizing Numenera, releases every other Friday. This unlikely team is working for the Order of Truth to help communities under the influence of the strange and weird effects of Numenera. Pun Times is a collection of short-run TTRPGs. Our first season is a horror system called Slasher that utilizes Fate Core and is now available as a monthly podcast. Keep watching our Twitter for when we finally reunite to stream our finale. You can easily find all of our Experience Points podcasts on our website, ExQueeriencePoints.com. Until next time, Adventure Hookers!